Oh man, yeah, we back at the Coliseum again, dog. So let's see what's going on today with Bret Hart shooting on Heat with Triple H. Time to play the game. Or is this a cheat code? I don't know. Let's see what's going on with it.
Your name on it, just by...
Let me skip past this.
You and Vince kind of buried the hatchet. You and Shawn buried the hatchet on Raw in 2010. But you and Triple H, are things okay, are they not? Because there's various things. We've had you saying his matches are 4 out of 10. We had people think at the Hall of Fame that you rolled your eyes at him when he came out to get inducted.
I heard about that.
Can you set the record straight?
Did you guys notice that? Well, I mean, I'll be honest, I don't want to peel a big scab off and get, going a big rag on about Triple H or Shawn or Vince or anybody, because I want to do it, but
like, do you and
This is personal.
They really want to. Do you and Triple H get on now?
Well, I don't know the answer to that. I try. I try to move on. Like, I don't really, I always compare it to carrying around a big bag of rocks of your gripes that you have in your life. It's like, if you can just drop that big bag of rocks and you don't carry it around, you do a lot better for your mental state and your emotional state.
That's right.
But at the same time, you gotta follow your heart. And I'm not sure where I stand with Triple H. I know that, just being honest, I never rated him.
Whoa, what does that even mean?
The only reason I believe, anyway, and I'm probably be sorry I say all this stuff because it's probably not going to help me out, but
let's see.
I just never ever thought he was any good. I never thought everything he's done, everything he's created, it's all stuff that he wrote out for himself. Like, I'm going to be this, I wish I could have sat back in 1992 and said, well, this is what I'm going to do for the next 10 years. I'm going to win every title and I'm going to be champion 55 times.
Whoa.
Or 500 times, or, it's like, I think Triple H is
Wait, bring it back.
55 times years. I'm going to win every title and I'm going to...
He said every. Triple H never won the U.S. title, has he? I didn't see it.
To be champion.
I get what he mean,
55 times or 500 times, or it's like, I think Triple H is a phony, like, in the sense that he never earned it. He never earned it, and he never deserved it. He just married the boss's daughter, and
damn.
And the only reason he married the boss's daughter is because
damn.
I think he became Vince's
lapdog or something else?
hit guy, or the whole thing that happened in Montreal. Not that we want to go back to all that, but
damn,
Triple H.
He was involved too with the Montreal screw job.
Let me just say this: I wish he'd been in the dressing room when I knocked Vince out.
This is personal.
I have no doubt in my mind that Triple H would have had the exact same ride. And
anybody would have been pissed if that would have happened to them. Some people would have swung on just anybody. That's what some people do.
I wish that it had happened. I wish he was in the dressing room, because he might not be married to Stephanie anymore, or might not have ever happened. But there was so much anger, and Triple H was such a slime ball back in 1997. I mean, he was just a guy that I had very little respect for. I never really
Wow.
rated him. I don't know. You guys tell me, like, there's not one match that I ever watched of Triple H's with anybody that I ever thought was like, oh, that's a great match. Or I never ever wanted to wrestle him. I never, like,
Damn.
I always look at every wrestler and go, I could do this with that guy and I could do this with that guy. But with Triple H, it was always like just a match. Like, it was just, nothing special ever came to my mind.
Wow.
I wrestled him a couple of times. He always was trying to beat me. And I remember we did a Monday Night Raw in Germany, and he was part of the booking now. He's in the booking committee with Vince and Jerry Briscoe and all these guys. And I get to Germany, which is one of my biggest markets ever. Like, there was never a star in Germany like I was. And even Vince told me after, when I came back in 2010, when I came back, he told me one time, he goes, the only country that never came back was Germany. He goes, after you left and you left the company, he goes, it's never come back. It's never been the same. Like the whole market crashed. And I think it's kind of come back and running now, but it took a long time for them to rebuild their core there. And again, it's like, I get in the dressing room, and I can't remember what city it was in Germany, but it was Monday Night Raw, and it might have been Berlin, I can't remember. But I get there, and Triple H is beating me conveniently, 1, 2, 3, right in the middle of the ring. And I'm like, I remember Jerry Briscoe, they kind of cornered me in the dressing room, and Triple H is staring at me, and it's like, this is what you're doing, and like, and Triple H is gonna go over. And I'm like, I remember, like, I'm listening to him, and I said, I want to talk to Vince first. I said, I'm not doing anything till I talk to Vince.
Good point.
And then, because I never refused to ever lose to anybody except for Shawn and Survivor Series. But anyway, so I said, I want to talk to Vince. And so then they said, okay, they put me in a room with Vince. And I said to Vince, I said, why would you beat me in Germany? It's the most over country that I'm, like over here too, where I was really super over. Why would you beat me with a guy that's not over, you, Triple H? Like, and why would you beat me in the middle of the ring? And I'm wrestling Steve Austin at WrestleMania 13 in 2 weeks or a week from now. So you're gonna beat me on Monday Night Raw, pin me right in the middle of the ring, and then you want me to wrestle Steve Austin and do what? And I remember Vince, like, just had this, looked like somebody hit him with a sledgehammer. He was like, and he goes, you're right, you have to change it. He realized that they can't beat me before I wrestled Steve. And you could just see Triple H just about, like, he just turned white. Like, it was like he didn't get to beat me. He had already mapped it out in his head that he was gonna pin me and destroy me right there in Germany because he had the clout, which tells you what kind of a piece of shit he was.
He said he had the clout.
But anyway, so I foiled him.
He had the clout.
Kind of a piece of shit.
Wait,
right there
he had
in
the clout?
because he had the clout, which tells you what kind of a piece of shit he was. But anyway, so I
This is
foiled
crazy.
him temporarily, but he was out to get me, and he was not the heat that Triple H and Shawn had for me for all those months leading into the Survivor Series. Like I say, I wish Triple H had been in the dressing room. I really do, because he might not be around today to talk about it.
Wow! Come on now. That's going too far.
I do want to finish up by saying, in 2025, so many modern wrestlers, CM Punk, FTR, all these different people, still talk about how much they love Bret Hart, and the legacy that you've left is pretty obvious to people, I think. And that must make you pretty happy.
Yeah, it is. I always led by example. I always tried to be.
Now we know why Natalia don't get pushed that much. I'm just saying.
Professional. I never ever refused to lose to any wrestler in my whole career, ever, to anybody. Whatever the boss wanted is what I was gonna do. I was never a troublemaker. I never was a shit disturber. I never played games with wrestlers and, plotted out ways to screw them over like Triple H and Shawn. But, there was a set plan to humiliate me and sweep me out the door. And I always thought as it was happening, like, I've given this guy 14 freaking years of everything I got. And I've believed everything he's ever told me. And I've been the loyal guy. I've never missed a show. I had a perfect record. I think in all the years I worked in WWF, I only missed like one match, I think. And I remember when I called up and said, I'm going to miss one town, Vince McMahon laughed and he goes, "This is the first time you've ever missed a town in like 10 years or something." And he goes, "Don't even worry about it." And I was like, I was happy that he said that to me, but it just shows you how much loyalty means to Vince McMahon. That doesn't mean shit to him. And it didn't mean anything to Triple H. Triple H never gave a rat's ass about anything I ever did, or, they just take and take and take and never give back. And I don't know. I know there's people in the crowd here that might be Triple H fans. To me, he was never a horrible wrestler or anything like that, but he was just like, let me ask you guys, name one match to me that if you were going to tell me to, like, when you go home, find this match and watch it. You got to watch Triple H versus
Randy Orton, WrestleMania 25. That was off the chain.
Well, you guys are the fans, so I'm not going to argue with you, but I don't know of one match that I ever wanted to watch back that he ever had with anybody. And that's just, Shawn, I go, okay, Shawn was a great wrestler, had a lot of talent, but Triple H, he's kind of like, he was there, but I don't remember anything about him that really, where I ever came back to the dressing room and said, wow, this guy's, Vince, please book me with Triple H. I want to do business with that guy. Like, he's really something else. Like,
damn.
Like I did with Steve Austin, for example. But, and I would love to have wrestled Shawn.
Stone Cold.
The truth is, not that I want to lecture anybody, but the match that Shawn had with me at Survivor Series when they screwed me over, what a great match that would have been if we, the truth is, we fought for 25 minutes on the floor outside the ring, brawling all around the building.
Damn.
And then we got in the ring and we only worked for about 10 minutes. But we had about 25 minutes left of a match that we never got to do.
Oh.
And I was always a professional. And I was professional with Shawn. And I was trying my hardest to give the best match. And I loved that match at Survivor Series before the screw job happens. Because it was such a beautiful match. And I'm like, this is what I do. I can work with anybody, and you don't have to like me if I'm going to work with you, but I'm a professional. And I really was trying my hardest to give Shawn a fantastic match. And, we had so much planned out in that match that never happened. And they knew when they were talking to me that this is all not going to happen. They're going to screw me, which they were planning and plotting out for weeks. And, it's a lousy feeling to be in the situation where you're being pushed out to the ring to wrestle, and you know that the people you're working with are trying to destroy you and kill you off and ruin you in your own home environment and stuff like that. I remember thinking, like,
Playing on iPhone?
there's no reason to do any of that. Like, why would anyone do that? Like, I'm a company guy. I've never lied about anything. I've always told my truth to Triple H and Shawn, and been straight shooters with both those guys when they were both scheming to tear me down and take my spot and kick me out of the company. And it was so,
I mean, they are degenerates.
Corrupt, to be honest, that, you know, I just regret that Shawn and me didn't do the finish that we had mapped out, or that Vince didn't say, look, you know, we'll just do this the way you want. You know, and you should know that the WWF or WWE always pretends that poor Vince, he had no choice. He had to screw me over because it was like nothing else he could do. I was just so difficult, you know, but that's not true.
Damn.
I would have done anything they asked me to do. If Shawn Michaels had never said to me that he was no way he would ever put me over the way he did, you know, I would have, if Vince had said to me, you know, we're going to put the belt on Shawn, I would have said, I don't care. Like, I was always professional, you know, and it wasn't that important to me to be world champion or anything. They put the belt on me, you know, and whenever I was asked to drop the belt to Bob Backlund or anybody, I did whatever they asked me to do, and I did it to the best of my ability. That's what kind of a professional I was. And when I think of Shawn that day, God, they were all such scumbags, you know. I always never stop reflecting on all of them. Triple H, Shawn, Vince, like they were set out to destroy me after I'd given them everything I ever had. You know, I just never understood it. And I was always a guy that I told stories in the ring. I brought out the best. I would love to be sitting here going, the Survivor Series match was such a great match that stands right next to the Iron Man match. Like, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to work with Shawn. I wanted to do business for Vince. I wanted to kick the shit out of WCW. I was a company guy all the way. I've been with WWF all my life. I was so committed, and, you know, it was just so frustrating and kind of demoralizing to have them just trying to tear you down every week and just constantly trying to ruin you and tear you down and break your back, you know, to destroy everything you ever did. And you know, maybe that's why I took it so serious, is I just look at that as like, I don't know how they could do that to me after all I'd given them, including, you know, all the years I've been with Shawn. But, you know, you learn from life's lessons.
Yeah.
If you have SNAP or Medicaid,
You do. Okay. I guess that was the end of that. Oh, man. That was crazy. I did not expect all that. What the heck? Man, that's true beef right there. Did he just admit that he wanted to, like, you know, send this dude to the... What did Undertaker say all the time? Sheesh. I guess he wanted to put him at peace. That's crazy. As a German 90s kid, everything he ever told about German fans is 100% true. We love him to this day. Yeah. Says he doesn't want to pick a scab and then proceeds to amputate their leg. So as you mentioned, the most successful politician from us. I've been hearing about that for years. Somebody said, LOL, the eye roll was the highlight of the HOF show. Gotta love Bret. I might want to look that one up. I don't know if I saw that yet. If you call Bret bitter, I counter with no. He's just honest. I bet many wrestlers have similar thoughts as Bret, but they don't have the guts to say what's really on their mind. Yeah. Oh, you see what he said in the opening of the interview or whatnot, or the opening of that clip right there, he said, well, that's probably going to get me in some trouble. Yeah. At this point, I don't think he cared. He said, screw it. Yeah, he said, I'm just going to put everything that's on my mind on the table. Let it all out. Don't sit on the fence. Bret, tell us what you really think of Triple H. He did tell you what you think. What he thought. He told you. He said he wanted to hurt. He said he wanted to put him out. Or put him down. You know what I mean by that? He basically said that. First time he said it, he said he wanted to basically, you know, make him unattractive. Right? He didn't say it like that, but that's what I got from it. Sound like he said he wanted to beat him so bad that he's unattractive, so that Stephanie wouldn't want to marry him. And then he double backed a few minutes later and said, nah, I want to take a step further and do that thing that Undertaker always says to his opponents. So I'm like, sheesh. I guess he wanted to undertake him. That's crazy. You don't go any further than that. Tell us what you really think. He told you. So he wanted to take this dude down. Not take him down as a knock him out either. You know? Not what you do to your opponents in Tekken, but what you do to your opponents in GTA. Everybody know when you play GTA on Saints Row, you do way more than fighting on those games. They say Bret was, and then look at his nickname, man. His nickname, the Hitman. I'm just saying, if Bret was a man of his convictions, like he claimed to be, he wouldn't have picked up the phone to get a guest appearance every time Triple H calls him. So I mean, you're not wrong. It's business, though, like he said. Yeah, like that guy said, it's business, baby. It's business. When it's business, and when the business is good enough, you take your personal feelings out of it. That's what you normally do. Somebody said he ain't wrong. Somebody said, I think it's Triple H. He is doing it for the money. Natty and Tyson Kidd are still part of the WWE, and I don't think he would do anything too out of line that will jeopardize their career. Shoot, hey. I brought up Natty. I said she wasn't pushed as well as she should. She's, my opinion on it, she's better than like most of the females that they pushed. I'm like, what the frick? I mean, it might be past her time now, maybe not. But at her prime, come on now, bro. Come on now, man. She was better than most of them chicks, man. Especially in the Divas era, she was better than most of them. Most of them. And they got pushed past her. I guess maybe because they was cute. Maybe. I mean, it wasn't like she wasn't cute, right? But hey, it is what it is. I don't think, did I read that already? Someone said he's really holding his tongue here. No, he's not. If you bring up you want to take somebody out of their misery, you're not holding your tongue. You're not. No, you're not. Every time he buries people, it's like Christmas to me. Come on, don't do that. Don't do that. That's not right. Don't do that. Let me see what they responded with. What they said. It seemed like Christmas. Someone said he buries those who have had more success than him. What would be the point of him burying somebody that had less success than him? That person already has it hard as it is. Especially if that person has a really good work ethic and they still not a success. They're not a success. With the work ethic of someone that's a success, something ain't right. So why would you bury that person? Wouldn't make much sense. Somebody say Christmas every day then. Damn, so you say he talked down on cats every day? Somebody said he didn't bury anyone. Somebody said he just told the truth is all. Yeah, he just told how he felt. Yes, he did, and he is bitter about things. I agree with Bret on this. And Shawn helped with the Triple H pushes. If he wasn't friends with Shawn, he doesn't get a push. But Bret is bitter. Sheesh. Because they bullcrap their way through. So I said, where's your Bashar al-Rat? What's that? Somebody said, no body then. I think anybody would be mad about that. You didn't even tell the dude. Like, you're supposed to tell people that they're gonna lose their title. The fuck? How the heck everybody know he's gonna lose his title by him? What are they trying to do? Mark Henry him? Because I heard they did a prank on Mark Henry and it pissed him off. Really bad. To the point he was about to hurt somebody. But that's beyond a prank right there. That's like, damn, in front of a big old live audience. You just take the guy's title. You're supposed to tell him, like he said. That's what he said in the clip. He said if they'd have just told him that he was gonna lose the title to Shawn, he had no problem with it. But hey, according to him, they never told him. That's unbelievable. How do you do that? That's messed up, man. For those who think Bret is bitter, I think Bret is just answering the question he's asked without sugarcoating it. The hitman has been straight shooter, point blank. That's a good reference. Oh, that's a better reference. Sharpshooter. Yeah. Somebody said he's bitter, but semi-mask it with which is inspiring, and why most people say he's the GOAT. For those thinking that Bret is just answering the question without sugarcoat it, he is just very, very, very bitter. But who wouldn't be bitter, man? Like, come on now. I mean, some people wouldn't be, but most people would be mad. I don't think he's that bitter. He still showed up to support the company many times after that happened, which I was surprised that it happened, considering the fact that they screwed him over in front of a live audience like that. That's humiliating. And some people are too soft to handle unvarnished truth. Hey, that's true too. I believe Bret is bitter, but I've mainly heard him being bitter about people who really deserve it, though. I may be wrong on this, but I haven't heard him take shots at people who weren't notoriously jerks in the past. Also, considering his career was cut short due to injury, you can tell that he eats at him every day. Yeah, all of that, man. All of that would just annoy somebody. So, you know what I'm saying? Then look what happened to his brother. Come on, man. Sometimes you gotta put yourself in these people's shoes, man. They're talking about he bitter. Who the freak wouldn't be bitter, man? You get screwed over by the company that you gave loyalty to, and then they continue the show after your brother meets his end on live TV. They continue the show. That's what I'm saying. I'm really surprised he came back and supported that company. It shows you he's a bit forgiving. But some things, it's hard to leave your mind. It just stay right there. Just stay in your mind. You know? Hopefully, though, he can truly forgive them if he hasn't already. You know, that's a Christ-like thing to do. Bret Hart doesn't give a F, just shoots. Sharpshooter, yeah. They will always be the best. So as black people say, what? Bret is just a real... Oh, come on now. Don't do that. And black people are not the only one that say that. Don't lie. Don't lie like that. Don't lie like that. You got people of all skin tones say that. They just probably say it in private, but they say it. You know? It's crazy how a term, like, you know, a word like that can go from being so serious to just being hilarious. It's hilarious whenever I see it. Even though it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. He doesn't pull punches or kiss butts for the next job. Triple H is absolutely one of those guys who smiles in your face and buries you the moment you turn your back. Him and Shawn are mean girls who hide behind the principal's back. You know what that remind me of? What's those guys? What's that tag team that's kind of new? They on SmackDown. They remind me of Triple H and Shawn Michaels. What's those dudes called? They come across as kind of, you know, feminine. I forgot their names. The other week, Damian Priest threw one through a wall. I forgot their names though. Pretty Deadly. There you go, Pretty Deadly. Bret will always be my GOAT. Someone said that is why Maven was buried, because Drew Brees didn't like him. Ooh, imagine being so powerful you can ruin a guy's career. That's crazy how he even had power like that. He was, what, at the time he did that, was he even married to the boss's daughter yet? I don't know. I don't know, man. Come on now, Maven was trash. Creator. What? He was trash. Nah, look like the dude had some skill going on. He was like ricocheting away. You know, people would probably say Ricochet is trash, which I don't think that's even possible. Him? That's not possible. I don't give a freak how bad he is on the mic. When you got skill like he has, I don't care about your mic skill. Not me. I don't care about your mic skill. Get this championship. People would be like, dude, you ruining it. You ruining the company. What? So the people that they got all this athleticism, I'm supposed to not give them anything? That's what people say these days, without saying it directly. That's what they say. People like Evan Bourne, you ain't supposed to give them no championships? What the heck? It's like, man, if it was all about mic skill and mic skill only, shoot, somebody like Brock Lesnar, I don't think he would even be champion. Not in the beginning. I mean, he got better on the mic years later, but in the beginning, he wasn't all that good on the mic. He was okay. There's a reason why they gave him Paul by his side. Yeah, he called him a trash creator wrestler. He was a fan of the sport, I give him that, but he was stale bred and had no capability. Wow. Bro, are you serious? It's like Jeff Hardy and Rey Mysterio, they weren't the best on the mic, but they became stars, okay? They became stars. Same thing with Lesnar. Okay? These guys became stars. Booker T was better than all three of them on the mic. Way better. Did he become a star and got to the top? No. I mean, he got to the top of SmackDown. Because I think SmackDown was holding the... No, it was Raw, wasn't it? Because I think the World Heavyweight Championship was on Raw at that time, right? I think. So yeah, he got to the top of one of those shows, but he didn't get to the top of the company. With the WWE title, nah, he had the World Heavyweight title. He was never given a chance to work with main event guys because one man had it out. Damn, one man it out. Damn, but hey, that's why they say the internet undefeated. The internet exposed every damn thing. But look, even before the internet became like popular or whatnot, we used to always hear rumors that this person did that, this person did this. We didn't know for sure. Even with this, it's like, I don't know, it's a bit of a rumor, man. We wasn't there. It's a bit of a rumor. I don't know. You know, I can't really bear false witness, right? That's in the 10 Commandments. You know, I ain't trying to bear false witness. I wasn't there to see all this screwing over happening, but these are pretty serious allegations that I've been hearing about for many, many years, and I would not be surprised if they were true. I would not be surprised. Yeah, I think the screw job thing happened though. I've been hearing about it for so many years, man. And why would somebody be mad over a lie? You know, keeping a lie going, saying this happened to them when it really didn't. I don't think he would do that. Somebody say he had 4 years to reinvent himself or do something, but he was still a rookie 4 years in. You may have gotten sympathy for him today because he has a successful YouTube channel now. But let's face it, you never gave iota about him back then when he was a wrestler. Maybe that guy wasn't born. With that being said, I do agree that Triple H had too much power, even more than other locker room leaders due to his marital relationship status. As Vince wouldn't listen to his suggestions And from Hogan, HBK, Nash, Cena, Orton. Yeah, I heard about that stuff. I heard that's why Kofi didn't get a push many years ago because of Orton. I was like, damn, that's crazy. Maybe said himself he wasn't working hard enough for it. He didn't care for it. Shoot, you think Brock worked hard for this junk? He just come back when he want to. They get paid to do it. Bitch, hey, I do the same thing if it was me, but I'm just calling it what it is. You think he come back and work hard? No, he don't even got a move set put together really. You know what I'm saying? Got a few punches, knees, maybe a suplex. People got the nerve to talk about John Cena. What? John Cena got way more moves than Brock. They been trying to talk about John Cena, man. Who was they been trying to talk about? They were trying to talk about Jay. I'm like, man, get out of here with that, man. One of the dudes they push the hardest literally be doing his own finishing move like, what, 5 or 6 times to win a match? The fake? It don't matter how many excuses you make for it, everybody can see it. Everybody can see it. Somebody said Bret is the last of the old school who is not afraid to say. Somebody said, and Cornette, yeah. Cornette, yeah. He one of the last guys that got like no filter. But you also got new guys that's like that, but the new guys don't get love for it though. New guys, they say, oh, they just not good enough, they don't work hard enough. That's what they'll say. I'm like, damn. Why can't the new guy have an opinion with no filter? Only the old school people can? How long is this video? It's probably too long. Hold on, let me see. Damn, it's pretty long. Somebody said, I've met Bret countless times. I can vouch for his sincerity and professionalism. I also see why today's wrestlers are influenced by his wrestling style, which was innovative and engaging. There are people who say that he is better. In response to that, I say put yourself in his place. That's what I said earlier. And ask yourself how you feel. How do you do those circumstances? I think the majority of people that know that Triple H became successful via the I do clause. I do, yeah. I think the majority of the people that know that Triple H became successful via the I do clause. Oh, I read it already. I'd rather be successful via my own abilities rather than having to marry into money. I enjoy listening to Bret's interviews because he tells it like it is. He is a legend indeed. I agree with that, but at the same time, man, if you had a chance to marry, come on, man. You see how pretty she was, bro? Bro. Most dudes, if they had a chance, if they was working in that company, they'd have married her. They would have married her too. It just came with perks that's just a lot larger than normal perks. You know? He married her. He basically got the keys to the whole WWE headquarters. Ain't that something? Damn. Smart man. That's all I can say. Smart man. That's all I can say. Shoot. What was he supposed to do? Turn her down? Hey, no, man. Hey. What he supposed to do? Shoot. You know what I'm saying? It's either he continued dating that crash out. You know, China. No offense to her. She a little bit of a crash out. She was a little bit of a crash out. He said he continued dating her. Or he dated a girl that's, you know, more calm. And you get all these perks of making millions, help running daddy's business. Which one will you choose? I want to know. I put myself in all kind of shoes that don't fit. I'm just thinking it from this side, thinking of it from that side. I ain't choosing a side. I'm just thinking. What would you do if you was any of these people? Of course, if you was Bret, you'll knock somebody the freak down with a real chair shot. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. And if you're a Triple H, hey, you marry Boss's daughter too. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. But I get where my man coming from, man. I get his frustration. This is freaked up. Doing people like that. They show you loyalty in the company, you do that? All because somebody possibly don't like you that's married their stuff into the family? But hey, this is all alleged. I don't know, man. I don't know. This junk is crazy. So as I can vouch, he had no charisma at all as a wrestler, and it's boring. And so many better wrestlers that at that time, this wannabe that never was talks like a tough guy as a Triple H. Like most wrestlers of that day, one-on-one could not have reality kicked his butt. Cannot stand the guy as he is bitter and never was that famous like he thinks he should have been. Thank you, Goldberg, for retiring him. Goldberg retired him? I didn't know that. I heard Goldberg hurt him back in the day, but I didn't know he had to retire because of it. People who are old enough to have watched Bret in his heyday and also really appreciate good in-ring work hold Bret in reference to this day. Triple H obviously has his fans, but I really don't remember any of them saying how they liked what he did in the ring. They liked the character. Oh, the good point. Good point. I was talking about that earlier. That some people, you know, they really good at the character thing. Some are really good in the ring itself. It seems like the people that's really good in the ring, but not so good with the character thing, they're not as respected, which is weird to me. I respect both, you know, whether you're good on the mic or just good in the ring. I respect both. But I respect it a little bit more than you know, good in the ring. And I ain't saying my man bad in the ring either, cause, you know, I never really heard of him really injuring people like that, so I can't really say he's bad in the ring. Like a lot of other people trying to say, but but I really don't remember any of them saying how they liked what he did in the ring. They like the character. Triple H and his in-ring work isn't what they look at. I mean, the pedigree, one of the most iconic, you know, moves, man. You know, pedigree. What's the other joint called that he be doing? That high knee to the face, boy, that's off the chain. The double A spine buster. Oh man. What? Hey, he's really good. He's really good at what he do, you know. But I think Booker T was better. I think Booker T was even better on the mic. I mean, just in my opinion. You know, either he was better on the mic or he was just as good on the mic. He just didn't have the same amount of popularity. He had popularity, but not the same amount. I think they freaked up his popularity when he came in there and, you know, The Rock was trashing on him. You know, that's a whole different story, though. That was after that jump was planned out. They tried to freak up his star power. It worked, too. People just wanted him to get beat up. You know? Except for the fans that really was for him. They was like, nah, man, we want Booker T to win. But most of them folks that was watching, they're like, yeah, I want to see him get beat up. Because he should have never let The Rock talk to him like that. If it's WCW, he'd have been got punched while he was talking. He'd have got scissors kicked, shuffle kicked, super kicked, shoot, Harlem hangovered. It'd have been over. Well, no, I'm just playing. But hey, let me see. Bill has 100% correct. Oh, he's 100% correct about Triple H. Somebody said no, he hasn't. He said he never had a great match, which is absolutely idiotic and completely untrue. List great Triple H matches that doesn't have a no DQ street fight cage type stipulation behind it. That's a good point. Some of his best stuff always involves weaponry being used, like sledgehammer, cinch-chuck. I can't even lie. My favorite match of his is sledgehammer being used in that mug, tables, chairs. Sheesh. So what's a list of all the memorable matches except all the memorable matches? LOL, I don't have any to add, by the way. I just kicked out of that style of the argument, and it reminded me of another conversation. It was about the space race and some tanky gloating about the USSR's achievements, and it was like, besides going to the moon in 6'9", and said, when did NASA ever do, or what did NASA ever do? And it's like, yeah, sure, this early Soviet space program was amazing, but history didn't end with the launch of Sputnik, or what? Is that even English? Gagarin's orbit. The old I was winning the race until the other guy beat me. I don't know. That's how I be, man. I don't know, man. Even when it comes to regular like life, and you have like a regular career, there's gonna be some nepotism going on. Hey, that's just how it's gonna be. He was a guy that was fortunate enough to marry into the McMahon family. Hey, I'm surprised how this thing went down. I thought Shane McMahon was gonna be the man running the thing, with Vince left out. What the freak? But you know what they'll say? Oh, Shane don't know what the freak he's doing. Well, that's what the fans were saying about Triple H now. I don't think it's that bad, but I think it could be better. I think it could be better. I don't know, man. Alright, man, alright. We back from that 2-hour commercial break, you know what I'm saying? Leave y'all with a verse or two like I always do. If you're a non-believer, maybe this not for you. Maybe you still want to hear it. You got some believers that don't want to hear it. They can keep scrolling too. Or click away. It's up to them. We got the first verse here. Mark 11:25. And it says, and whenever you stand praying, forgive. And if you have anything against anyone, so that your Father also, who is in heaven, may forgive you your trespasses. So basically, if you have anything against somebody else, they just holding on to grudges. If you are a believer, you know, in the Most High, and you claim to follow His Son, let it go. Just let it go. It ain't worth it. Just like Bret said in the video, with the whole analogy with the sack of rocks, just let it go. Just let it go. The Lord will take care of it. You know what I'm saying? He'll take care of it. We all reap what we sow. That's why try your best to treat people as well as you can. Because you ain't going to get away with it. You might get away with it in the short run, but not in the long run. You're not. It's going to catch up to you. It's going to bite you in the butt like a shark of a surfer that didn't know what the heck he was doing in that water. So, here we got Ephesians 6:11 right here. Put on the whole armor of God, that you may be able to stand against the schemes of the devil. So all it is to it. Keep your composure much as you can against the face of evil. I know it's hard to do. That's the reason why Bret was able to, come back several times to support the business. Out of love for the business, out of love for the fans. That's how he was able to do it. Everybody put his personal stuff to the side. Other people's like, oh, he's still holding on to it though. And it's hard to forget junk. Then they wanted him to tell the truth. So hey, he told them the truth, how he felt about it. How he feel about Triple H and all that. It is what it is. Hey, what does scripture say? Thou shalt not lie. Hey. You had to keep it honest. Like Tory would say. Hey, free Tory. I'm just saying. But hey. Shoot. Hey. We'll see what the freak happens. It depends on how many people they do wrong. If they do too many people wrong, their business gonna fall down face first. If not, hey, maybe they're doing something right. And maybe they're blessed. But hey, from what I'm hearing, people saying the company about to fall face first. I don't know, man. I don't know. I hope they do okay with the company. Keep it going. Just don't go to the dark side with it. Which they might do. They might have to do it, to be honest, to keep that bug afloat. They might have to sell their souls. I hope not. I'm just saying. Or maybe they've been sold their souls. I don't know. Hey, I don't know. Hey, we got the final verse right here, John 3:36, and it says, "And in anyone who believes in God's Son has eternal life. Anyone who doesn't obey the Son will never experience life, but remains under God's angry judgment." Simple as that. You won't make it in. The Son is the only way in to the kingdom of New Jerusalem. Okay? But what's New Jerusalem? Earth number 2. That's what it is, huh? Earth number 2. See, we in the first earth right here, right? It's lovely. It's wonderful. Whole lot of crazy junk happening in it, though. Like my man over there on the video, Bret, getting screwed over. None of that in the next world. None of that in Earth number 2. You want to make it in Earth number 2? You obey the Son of the Most High. Simple as that. Like it says right here. Oh, you don't have to believe what I say. It don't matter. It's up to you. We all got free will, right? We all got free will. But man, that was a heck of a take that he had on Sean, Vince, Triple H. Wow. If you are a believer, you just keep these people in prayer, alright? Pray to the Father in the name of the Son, Jesus Christ. You know? So that their relationships can get better with each other. You know? All resentment is gone. All grudges has passed away. Hopefully. But may peace be upon you all. Man, this video way too long. What? I was having a ball with that freaking comment section, but may peace be upon you all and blessings from the Most High.